Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, she's always gonna talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice, on a drunk night. Bitch, kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
Very interesting that you say this, Megan. What else did you lie about? Allegedly. As we just heard her admitting to lying on Gayle King about her relations with Tory Lanez. And everyone keeps on saying she only lied because that's none of our business. And they're right, but in the court of public opinion, people are now doubting her credibility. But the bigger issue is Megan's violent history, which could have played the main part in the alleged Tory shooting. Stick around to the end. Winnie Harlow. Jason Lee just revealed that Megan and Winnie Harlow got into a fight at Michael Rubin's all-white party, and he said he's waiting on full details and will release the video once he gets it. So as of now, that's all we know, and so far both of them haven't said anything on social media to shut down the rumor. But with this, people are saying that Winnie has a reputation of having a stank attitude, and I wonder what the connection with them two is. A man? But what in the world would they be fighting about at an all-white party? Was Megan drunk at the party and started the fight, or did Winnie start it? We gonna find out soon. EJ King, her former stylist. Megan was at a Cardi B party and her former stylist EJ just happened to be there. Prior to them seeing each other at the party, EJ and Megan had separated ways. When EJ was asked about it, he just said that their time had expired, keeping his answer very political. But while at the party, as Jason Lee explains, Megan started taunting EJ from a distance. So when they finally came to each other's face, Megan was going off on him. Even JT tried to step in to go at EJ for Megan. But in his words, EJ explains how everyone was drunk and Megan was being very animated and aggressive because she was drunk, and he tries to play the situation down like it was nothing, which he would. But Jason Lee explained it very differently. Just another example of alcohol playing a role in a potential violent situation if security and others weren't around.
That she sees EJ in the party. I didn't see this part, but she flips him off from across the room. So EJ's like, what's up? And he's talking to her, whatever. So she comes over to EJ, and all I see is all this, right? All of this in the face or whatever. And EJ's trying to explain himself, and they having a conversation. She's doing all this. Megan was drunk as hell and super aggressive, and she's a big girl. She's a big girl, and when you got a big girl stand over you doing, and EJ's big, he's tall. So they doing all this. Baby, out of nowhere, JT from the City Girls runs over, and she's all up in EJ's face, and she's trying to get him. So security is pulling her back.
Then you steer, and then you finally speak, and then the energy is not bad. I mean, it's not good energy.
And to everybody was faded at Cardi's party. I'm not a huge drinker, so I was a little more, calm or whatever, but everybody was faded. I know when Megan is faded. I know how passionate and animated Megan is when she's talking. And so, to the party, it could have looked like something crazier. With us talking, it did become a lot. It did, JT may have thought it was something more too because JT had ended up running over and kind of between us. And, I don't know JT, and I love Miami. And
From the City Girls, right?
Yeah.
Megan's arrest for domestic abuse. She explains how when she and her man at the time, when she was 20, got into a big argument because she found out that he had a baby on her. They both started arguing and got into it, and the cops just so happened to be around and was seeing her hitting him viciously. She says that her ex is 6'9" in height and that she's 5'9". And the cops asked both of them separately if they wanted to press charges. She said no, and he said yes, according to her. Man, this whole story sounds like a damn lie. If he's that big compared to her, they're not even gonna question him, especially if they see marks on her body. They'll just take him right away. What probably happened is she was beating on him and someone called the cops making all that noise, cause she was probably wilding out, throwing things, scratching him up, breaking stuff, and the cops needed to be called. But like she says, she has a very hot temper.
So, bitch, I was like maybe 19 or 20, and I was in college, and I had a real beautiful toxic relationship. And my motherfucking boyfriend at the time, I had just found out that this nigga had a baby. And I was so mad, and y'all gotta know my temper is bad. I was so mad that I had to just try to collect myself and walk away. Like I said, it was toxic. It was fun at the time, but it was very toxic. But I was young, and I thought that toxic shit was cute. But it's not. Don't let niggas put their hands on you, and don't put your hands on niggas. Because I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't put my hands on him. I was wrapping his ass up. But that ain't come at no little cute price. So anyway, the nigga stomps on my phone. And listen, I'm tall. I'm 5'10". My nigga at the time was 6'9". Okay? So just picture that. My phone, somebody called the police because they seen me and the nigga getting into it. So y'all gotta know, it's taking everything out my being not to really steal off on this nigga in the middle of the street. He tried it really one too many times because you only got so many times to push a real bitch. So, the nigga had it coming. It just so happened that when I was ready to give it to him, the motherfucking police pulled up when I'm punching.
Kelsey. 1. They were all very drunk. Megan, Kelsey, and Tory at Kylie's house. 2. The girls are so drunk and start arguing, and the secret comes out that Megan is sleeping with her friend's man, Tory, which then gets the ladies to start fighting. 3. The girls get the fighting, and then Tory gets the gun and then shoots Megan, saying, "Dance, bitch." Psych. Allegedly, in my opinion, Kelsey was getting her ass beat and grabbed the strap probably just to scare Megan off, and Tory was probably wresting the gun from Kelsey and it went off. My opinion. The common denominator in all these situations include either alcohol or violence from Megan. When she's drunk, she can't control herself. When she's mad, she has a bad temper that leads to violence and was even arrested for it. Hey, I'm just saying, she makes it very hard to believe her, but you be the judge. What y'all think? Drop comments below and thank you for your time. I'ma catch y'all on the next one.